It's not the right size. I do one orange petal, one pink petal. It's a little dirty under there. This is taking longer than I thought. Hello and welcome back to the Makeover Adventure YouTube channel. My name is AJ Cutler, and today's video was prompted by me wanting to go downhill riding on my bike, but it is not in good condition. The tires definitely need to be replaced. You know, the grips and pedals could also be replaced. It just needs like an overall deep clean. Momo, you're being so sweet. I got this bike about a year ago and I did get a lot of lift laps in. So this thing just needs a good maintenance day. We are going to just give this bike a makeover and get it ready for all the downhill laps that will hopefully be coming in the next month or so. So I do have a tire for the back wheel, but I need a lot of other parts. So we're gonna head to the store, grab some things, and then come back and get to it. Just got back from the store and got lots of good stuff. So let's take a look. So first I've got these awesome pink pedals from Deity. They were actually the last pair that they had at the store, so I feel like that was kind of a sign. Next up, I've got the PNW Loam grips in gray. They are the XL version. I thought it kind of felt better when I was gripping onto it, so I don't know, we'll test them out. Also, I've got the Maxxis Minion DHF tire. It's a 27.5 by 2.30. And then the other day I was watching a bike build video and I noticed that they had this really cool sealant injector. So got one of those, we'll try it out. Both tires are gonna be tubeless ready, so I don't know, fun new bike tool to play around with. And then I also got a little CO2 cartridge because I don't have an air compressor to help me seat my bead. So this worked last time, so we'll see if it works again. We're gonna start this off super easy, change the grips, change the pedals, and then we'll work our way towards changing the tires and cleaning the bike and just giving this bike the makeover that it deserves. Let's get started. Y'all, I am so hyped. I just got the right Allen key size on the first try. That is the first time that has ever happened. Fuck, it's not the right size. That's the brake lever. That one was on the first try though. Maybe. Lefty loosey. There's 2 screws. What is this? I thought that this was gonna be so easy. One thing I've learned about bike maintenance is that if you're forcing it, it's probably not working. And that is a lesson that I continue to learn every day. It's a little dirty under there. All right, that looks pretty clean, so let's get these on, and they only have 1 screw, so one side. You gotta line up the logos. Apparently that's a thing. I think this is a different pattern. Got it. Nice. Next one, it's in my pocket. Okay, lining up the logos actually makes it perfect, so I see the functionality. That looks good. It feels good too. I like the bigger grips. I'm interested to see how they're gonna fare on the trail. Except for it's making me realize that my brakes are a little squishy because they're definitely hitting the tops of my knuckles. All right, next up we've got pedals, but I'm gonna take this off the stand because I have a neat little trick that I learned from TikTok. Oh God, my tires are so flat. These pedals are pretty stripped, honestly. They were originally on my trail bike and I went back and forth between clipless and flats a bunch last season. So like once I take them off, I am not using them again just because I don't know if they would come off. Stay. This trick is also nice because it helps me remember which way I have to turn the key in order to undo my pedals, because pedals aren't lefty-loosey. If you're loosening it, you pull it towards the back of the bike. So if I'm like standing on my pedal, I know that I need to use that force this way and pull it back. That worked like a dream on this side. All right, one more side. On. I don't want to strip it any more than it already is. The other one like came off really easily. I do one orange pedal, one pink pedal. So this pedal is pretty stripped, which is exactly what I was afraid of. So we might have to go get a tool, get that out. But for now, we'll have one orange pedal and one pink pedal and move on. Look how well this matches. They're both kind of a pink, magenta, like there's a little bit of purple in there, and it seriously matches so perfect. All right, we are not gonna strip this one. Okay, but if it was the same pedal, I'd be kinda down for the different color pedals. I think we've done what we can do today, so we're gonna take another stab at it tomorrow. Baby red.
Right now, dude, I don't know what else to do. Why is that seized on there?
All right, we got some WD-40 and we're gonna see if that's gonna help get the pedal off because it is stuck. Kind of already said this, but this is just like not working at all. So we're gonna have to go get a bolt extractor tomorrow to get that pedal off. So for now, I think I'm just gonna give the bike a nice clean, and then I'll go to the store tomorrow and get some parts and get that pedal off. So I don't really have access to a hose because we live in kind of an apartment complex. So instead we have this. It's from Waterport. It's one of the companies that we work with, and I actually really like it. It's like a little water tank for camping, but it has a little pump so you can get some water pressure going, and we're gonna use it to clean the bike today. I feel like this bottom bracket area definitely gets the most filled and like caked with dust, so definitely focusing on this area. This is also a degreaser, so we're gonna use it to clean the drivetrain as well. All right, so after washing the bike, it looks 100 times better. I like forget that this bike is matte. All right. We went to the tool store for a little extractor to get the pedal out, but we went in and we could not refuse. We got an air compressor to help seat our tires. I feel like we're gonna be using that a lot actually, and this is gonna make it so much easier. 3-gallon hot dog air compressor. I think that's what they called it, but we're gonna get it set up and try to get this damn pedal off. We don't have a drill, so this is what is gonna work for us today. Might have to go to the tool store again.
The extractor is reverse threaded, and so the more that we crank like and unscrew it, the more it tightens onto the bolt. And once it's like tightened onto the bolt enough, we'll be able to actually get it out.
Use it as like,
yeah.
Use the extractor as the bolt. Nice! Now the problem is getting it off.
How do you get the screw extractor out?
It's just in there forever. It's my new pedal. It finally is off and is very stripped. This is taking longer than I thought. We got the pedals changed, we got the grips changed, definitely gave it a deep clean, and really the last thing that we have to do is change the tires. We did get an air compressor to help with seating the bead on the tires. However, the little attachment that we grabbed doesn't match the Presta valves, so we're gonna have to go to the store again tomorrow and grab that. So for now, I'm just gonna kind of prep the wheels and get it ready to change the tires and finish this thing tomorrow. Oh my gosh, that was so sticky inside of these wheels and that took forever. Finally got the tires off of the wheels, and pretty much the only thing we can't do is fill up the tires and seat the bead.
I mean, we could with the CO2, but I want to do it with the new air compressor.
Yeah, we really want to do it with the new air compressor, so we're gonna get the little tool tomorrow, but for now, I'm gonna do everything I can, so that is going to be the last thing. I've got some nice new tires.
DHR for rear, DHF for front.
Is that really what it stands for?
Yes. And if I'm wrong, then I'm gonna get freaking roasted in the comments.
Yeah. Learn something new every day. Am I talking loud? So that was just to seat the bead on the tire. These tires are gonna be tubeless, so we still have to get some sealant inside there. But we got a fancy new little injector, so we're gonna test that out and see if it was as easy as seating that bead, which was not easy actually. So
you just have to I feel like
it was less about how much air was getting in there and more about like positioning of the tire.
Yeah, it's a burst of air, and that's what takes everything and pushes it out towards the bead, and then the rest it's like probably like 10 seconds of or like 7 seconds of like a lot of air, and it pushes the tire into this bead there. Trick is like you have to make sure that it's in the center channels, and like you'll see your valve stem is right in the middle of your center channel, and so you have to make sure the bead before you inflate it is in that center channel, and then when that burst of air goes through, all the air gets trapped in the tire and pushes the bead towards the rim.
Okay, there you go. So long story short, still have to put some sealant in there, so we're gonna figure that out. First, let's get this little valve core out. Got this nifty little tool. All right, so we got some sealant in this little tube. Do you feel like a scientist?
Ideally, you would probably want to do more than this, but we don't have a lot of sealant.
Sealant on the lens. I'd say that worked pretty well. We got the tire seated and sealanted and inflated. So we're gonna get these tires back on the bike, and I think we're ready to go test her out. If you wanna know how many mistakes I've made, it's a lot. I just put this on And the chain is not even on the cassette. Time to take this rear axle off and do it again. Holy shit, I think we did it. Oh my gosh, I totally forgot one last thing. I got a new one of these to go right here. This bike is looking so pretty. I gave it one last little polish and I think it's finally done. It definitely took longer than I anticipated. It was also funny because there was a couple times that I redid things for the camera or just for the sake of trying again, and I feel like that practice was really nice. And now I feel pretty confident that next time my bike needs a really good tune, I'll be able to handle it. It might take a little less time, but we still did it. Thank you. Yeah. Whoa, I saved that. Holy shit. It's hard to go from flow to tech mode.
Yeah, I know. Go, you go first though.
That was very rowdy. That was so good. The bike felt so dialed and I was actually trying to corner and the tires were just so grippy. That was exactly what I wanted. Got some air, did a little bit of tech, and we just had a really good time. We kept riding to the last bell, so we're gonna enjoy a beer and then head home. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure to check out my Instagram and TikTok at AJ Cutler, as well as Nick's Instagram at Carnaz with 3 Z's. Thanks so much for watching and keep on crushing. Ooh, it's raining and it's sunny. You can't even tell. It's so hot. It feels really good though.